Well, I think we're definitely a work in progress, but I feel good about the result. Any questions?
Clapped them down pretty good in the second half.
What's that?
You clapped them down pretty good in the second half, especially with
Yeah, I think we had some opportunities to ramp it up more defensively in the first half, and we didn't take advantage of some things there. But also, the offense was not clicking the way I think it will over time as we. Again, we've had a lot of players, out of practice, and guys are getting back from injuries and missed a lot of time, and again, Rob not being in the mix tonight, and he's a big part of what we do. So, and he's been, virtually injury-free. So we're gonna develop and get better, I think, as we go forward. But yeah, I was excited about the intensity on defense second half and. Using our athleticism to create turnovers. I thought Daquan Lake in particular, when we went to the bench in the second half, really got us started even more with his with the blocks and some big rebounds, and so he did some nice things. Island had a great all-around game, and then Lou was special again, just with how dynamic he is and explosive.
What would you say are the main things that you've learned or had confirmed for the first couple of games?
I just think that we have length and we have mobility, and we're going to have to play in a variety of ways on offense. Through ball screens with Lou, and as Remy gets healthy, and when we get Rob back next week with him just being who he is, moving off screens and stretching the defense. Kamani hit a couple of big threes, so he's becoming more dependable from a perimeter shooting standpoint. Tayshaun, when I sit an hour before the game and I watch our guys warm up and I see the ball leave his hands, I think it's going to go in every time. And he's a guy that missed so many weeks of action that it's going to take him some time to get comfortable. And but he's another guy that can shoot it. And then going inside, utilizing Zylan, we played through him quite a bit in the second half especially.
So there's probably no way to overstate how much a non-healthy Remy hurts the flow of the offense.
Well, I mean, he's getting there, and he's moving better, than he did the other night, and it's just gonna continue to build. Even subtle things like, I talked in the preseason about Lou and Remy going against each other and how great those battles were, and with each unit. I was just getting to the point where those guys were going to start playing together and learn how to play together, and then Remy, went down with the ankle. So those two are learning, how to function together out on the floor. So there's just a lot of things that, from an offensive standpoint, that I think have the potential to grow and get better as we go forward.
Do you sense that Edwards will be back on Monday?
I'm just going day to day with Rob, and he was far better than he was yesterday, and we don't feel it's a significant injury that's going to miss any significant amount of time, and so we're calling it day to day. We'll see how he feels tomorrow in practice, and then that'll give us a better idea for Monday. And but we're also going to this is a long season, and he's a very big part of our season, so we're gonna do what's right for him and make sure that he's ready when he's out there.
Who do you feel is your most effective low post presence at this point?
Well, I mean, we could go in a number of ways in the post. Melo didn't have a great night offensively in there, but it was Zylan's night tonight to play through him some. I think with the right matchups with Kamani's size against a smaller wing, that he could go in there and do some things, and Lake had some nice moments in the post too. So we got a number of guys we could throw the ball to. Heck, if we want to throw it to Lou down there, I would be okay with that too. Almost anywhere on the court that he has it is a good place to go with it.
Did you sense that Zylan maybe was a little bit more comfortable? Obviously, probably nerves the first game. Did you sense he was more comfortable tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I said this like last 2 years ago with Evans. I don't think he played well his first game, and that being said, I mean, Z still had a double-double his first game, but fouled out early. But anytime you sit out and lose that much time, you're just so juiced to play that sometimes you're rushing things a little too much, or whatever the case may be. You have a little bit of nerves, but he bounced back, and just he had the basketball a lot tonight, and had a lot of responsibility especially in the second half, on playmaking, scoring. You know, he's really, really talented offensive player, very good all-around player.
At one point, even in the second half, you'd only made 2 3-pointers, but were up by more than 20 points. Is that a good indication of kind of the way that you were going to be able to play in the games?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have guys, again, you know, Cherry will make the threes. Lou has proven to be, you know, a reliable three-point shooter. Remy, I trust him. Rob, when he's healthy. You know, Zylan in pockets. When Kamani has hit a bunch. So we have guys that can do that, but that's not our identity. We're not just solely relying on that. If teams would give us that, then we're confident doing it. But we want to try and work the paint and get the ball inside and then get to the free throw line and attack the glass and be physical and try and wear some teams down.
2 big games offensively for Lou. I mean, did you know you had that in him? I mean, did it, you know, going into the first couple games?
I tried to warn everyone, if anyone was listening, over the last couple of months. I've mentioned his name a few times. Yeah.
You guys went to the full court press a little bit in the second half. Is that something you can see you guys doing more as the season continues?
I mean, we're going to have to see the opponent and see how that would translate. Guys kind of did that on their own. I think they understood that, you know, the tone in the locker room wasn't great at halftime, and they felt like they had to pick things up, pick their energy up, and they independently just kind of did that, extended the defense more, and in particular Lou and Z just created some problems for them at times in the but I mean, it was Z too off the ball. He had a nice steal in post defense one time coming baseline, and he was very active and using his athleticism.
What'd you think of that between the legs alley-oop from Remy?
I mean, I let my guys go and I let them play and express themselves, and I think I said in the huddle that, you know, if we had played a better first half, I might have been cool with that. But we had busted so many possessions in the first half and didn't play up to the level we needed to, that I didn't think that was the right time for Remy to try that. So we talked briefly about it.
Other than that, were you pleased with the transition offense?
I mean, you could see the guys, you know, getting above the rim, and I think we had a nice. One of our highlights in the first half was Z throwing a nice, you know, quick touch pass to Tayshaun for a layup, and you know, like I talked about in preseason, guys like Zylan could get the rebound and push the ball, and Luke could get ahead of the play and could hit ahead to him, and then he's downhill at the basket, and you know, our forwards are real mobile, and you know, Mello and Lake both run the court well, so we have the potential to be a good transition, you know, offensive team, but we gotta get stops on defense, and we did, you know, holding them to 30% was 31% was solid, and that helps, you know, get out in the open floor.
What defensive improvements did you notice between last game and this game?
I mean, I just think the percentages were down. You know, the amount of quality shots that they were able to get was lower than our last opponent. I thought early in the game they got in the paint too many times, very early, and then we cleaned that up. I think that was an issue in the second half of our first game. So the more we could, you know, make teams shoot jump shots and keep them out of the lane, then we'll have a chance to go the other way. So we talked about trying to protect the paint better and not lose containment of the dribbler from our first game to this game.